Wow, I'm dropping the phone on you guys. Hey
Yep.
guys.
What
Hello,
up? What up?
beautiful Miss Penny. See, look, I got off just in time.
Did-
Let's see.
I would have started alone. It's okay. It's all good. Let me scroll up here.
Hey, Donnie. Hey, Victor.
Yeah, I saw those up top.
Dragonfly.
hmm
Beautiful Miss
Yeah.
Tracy. We were just talking about you and your beautiful gifts you've been sending. We appreciate you so much.
Yeah,
Uh,
Tracy, you were. Yeah, I know. I just sent a heart back, but that's because I'm really busy. But you were very very loved, Tracy. I
I
want you to know
know.
that. So,
I, I get so
yeah,
overwhelmed too. I'm like, and then I feel bad if I'm not like responding, like typing out this big long, like I love you, and I'm like, I feel bad, but it's like
yep,
after yesterday, I'm sure Sherry and Sammy Joe completely understand why I say I don't get to sit down. Like they were literally sitting on the couch talking to me, and they, be talking, and all of a sudden the kids are like, "Mom, mom, mom," like every two
yeah.
seconds. But it
Oh,
was really nice to see them both.
yeah. That's yeah. So the memorial went well.
Yes, for Lynn.
Yes, yes.
Yes, it was beautiful. Musa
That's
kicked
great.
ass. I mean, he did so
Wow.
good.
Yeah.
Keeping it together, as much as possible. Like I told him too, it's like, I mean, you don't need to be strong for nobody but your kids. You know what I mean? And
hmm
good Lord,
So let
it
me get
was.
this right. He has two grown up daughters, right? And they had the two younger children together, correct? Or
So
no?
I know. I think that even the younger ones, I think, are from a previous relationship. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
But
really? Okay.
she has her own kids also.
Yeah.
Like three, I think she has.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, his kids were close with Lynn. Like
Mm-hmm.
especially Man Man and the oldest one, Avante.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, it went really good. There was one person there, that I was told was like she was not good to Lynn. So I was like, why the hell you here? Like I wanted to say something to her and be a douche,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I was
That
like,
happens.
I was like, unless you got bail, I'm gonna turn around.
Exactly. You always got one bad apple in the bunch, you
Yeah.
know?
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. Hey,
Yeah.
Locksmith.
What's up,
Hey,
Locke?
Angry
What's up,
Ginger. Sorry, honey. I did see your name. I didn't. We started chatting. And
Brian,
Dragonfly.
Janice, Jane,
JFK.
Smashley?
Rockstar. Hey, Smashley. Beautiful Miss Lala.
I don't
Lady
see
Miss.
Lala. Let me scroll up.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
you got.
okay.
Oh
Lala
my
with the
god.
new avatar. Mm-hmm.
I know. It's so cute. She always has the cutest
Yeah,
little things.
yeah. I commented on it on the last video. What's up, Burrito Head?
Right. Oh, hey, Burrito Head. Dude, my shoulder is so, oh my God, it's trash. Like, I don't know what I did, but like, and I'm telling you, I pinched a nerve too because I go to raise my arm and my entire left arm and my hand gets numb. Like, it's like tingles, but it freezes. It's weird. I definitely got a pinched nerve.
I've been having issues myself. I had a bad rash on my right leg, and
Yeah.
I saw a doctor. I had an appointment with her anyway, but I showed her, and she's like, "That doesn't look like heat rash." So the
Right.
rash kind of went away with some holistic medicine.
Yep.
Um, but now my leg is swollen, so I don't know. I might have to go to the
Wow. What
walking
the hell?
clinic. Yeah,
Yeah, I would if it's
crazy.
swollen, you know.
Next week I have an appointment with the gastroenterologist. So yeah, I got all kinds of doctor's appointments coming up and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got another appointment. That's why I was like, I gotta cut the stream early today at 2 so I can get Peanut to his appointment.
hmm
But then tomorrow I'll have my appointment with my primary care so she can look at my shoulder. If she thinks I need to just call the orthopedic surgeon, then I will. But I mean, it's my
hmm
bad shoulder. It's the one that pops in and out of place a lot. Like,
Yeah.
when I was in my abusive relationship,
hmm
one of the times when he pushed me, I like slammed on my shoulder and it popped out of place.
Yeah.
So I couldn't go to the doctors. So I would hit it with a book until it popped back into place. I tried jamming into a wall and all sorts of stuff to try to get it back into place. And I don't think I fully got it into place because, it's been easily like I can just rotate my shoulder and it like pops down and out of the socket.
Yeah.
It's
I
weird.
have that issue with my chest the past, like
Mhm.
about a week ago. I was just sitting here and I was getting pain and here in my arm. And it was like when I would breathe or cough, it would hurt. So,
Yep.
because I had talked to the doctor about, like, do you think it may be, related to the heart? And she goes, well, probably not, because if you breathe and cough and it hurts like that, it's
Yep.
probably not. So it's
Right.
like, so I'm still dealing with that. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah,
And it sucks
it,
because it's like certain shit you have to be super careful. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because you don't
yeah,
know for sure
hmm,
if it's related to something else. Like,
yeah,
you don't know. Like, I
exactly.
almost yesterday had to take the kids to their dentist appointment, and it was so hot. It was before I got back here,
Hmm.
but it was so hot, and my arm was already starting to like tingle and stuff, and my hand was tingling. And I'm like, I never get like nauseous and stuff from the heat, but I was so fucking nauseous, Sean. I had to literally sit down. I'm like, I can't. So I asked my mom, I'm like, you thought cold water? I literally am like sick to my stomach
Yeah.
right now. And she's like, you ain't pregnant, are you? I was like, first of all,
Oh
okay,
boy.
Deborah,
Yeah.
this factory is shut down. Okay. And second of
Woo.
all, no.
Hmm. This
But I'm like,
factory shut. No more.
yeah,
No
I'm
more.
like, like
Not
it's nothing to
nothing in
do
the
with.
oven. No more
I
donuts in the
know.
oven.
I'm
Yep.
like, there's not even like a chance of that being a thing right now. Like, I have literally been solely focused on getting over my past relationship the last 2, 3 years. Like, I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm good with dudes right now. Like, my kids are more than enough men for me.
I feel
So,
you. Yep.
but
I feel you.
I don't know. Like, I felt mad nauseous, and then my hand just like froze like this. And she's like, "What the fuck?" She's
Uh-huh.
like, "You better call the doctor." So I did, and they're like, I'll get you into the doctors, whatever. You can come in tomorrow morning. And I was like, I can't tomorrow morning. I was like, I got my live stream. I said, I've been like, a little back and forth with so much going on lately. I was like, I have to at least stream for an hour. So she was like, what about Thursday? I was like, yep. At 9
Yeah.
a.m. My ass is in there.
Yeah. A lot of people
You
look forward to the streams.
They
They
do.
do.
I'm so
And we
grateful.
and we rarely do self-reflection on these streams, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a little bit of self-reflection myself today because um, yesterday I was watching one of my old live streams from
Mm.
5 months ago. It was actually the week before you and I started because I spoke. It was one of
Yep.
my basketball and scratch off streams, and they're all
Oh, yeah.
privated, so I have it on my StreamYard. So I was watching it last night,
Yep.
and I spoke about. I'm like, yeah, next week Jules and I are starting the PP Mass Extra streams and stuff like that, and
Yep.
looking at myself, I was such a mess. Like I was
Right.
so depressed. This was
Yep.
5 months ago, right? I was so
Right.
depressed. I was so pale if you looked at my face,
Yep.
you know. It's just amazing how far I've come along in 5 months, you
I've
know.
noticed, I mean, just myself, I mean, I've noticed, the difference in you. Like, you
Yeah.
just seem more like into shit, like just more you, not, because I noticed a couple of your streams, you like not mopey, but just like the fuck it's, you know what I mean?
It's true. It's
You're
true. And
chucking
the
that
reason
fucking
for my
bucket.
yeah, and part of the reason for my turnaround is, I met someone amazing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I met
Yes.
somebody that I'm in love with.
Yeah.
And that
Which, by the
really
way, I'm gonna
changed.
add, she is freaking amazing.
Yeah, well, yeah, they'll be on the stream at a later time, but
Yeah.
yeah. But so that really, I mean, it's amazing. 5 months ago, I didn't want to get out of bed in the morning. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I would lay there. I didn't want to get out of bed. You know.
Yep.
Nowadays, I look forward to it. you
Right.
know so
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It's
It
good
really
though. It
is.
is. I mean, that's what I said. My mom's like, you're gonna put off the doctor's appointment for your live stream. And I'm like, duh.
Mhm.
Like I could be broken and literally falling apart. If I gotta drag my ass, I'm going into my stream, you know? I was
Yep.
like, there'll be very few things that makes me miss the stream, you know, like
Yeah.
when I had to cut out early because Noah came home from school sick one time, Lynn's funeral, you know, like stuff like
Mhm.
that. Yeah. But if it's me, it's, you know, I'm like, it is what it is. Thank you so much for coming, Angry Ginger. We appreciate you, honey.
Yeah. Everybody. Absolutely. Thank you. Yep.
Yeah, he was saying he's
Absolutely.
got to bounce. He's got to
Yeah.
bounce.
I missed last week too, not
Yeah,
being here,
yeah,
so even an hour is still good,
right,
for me and for everybody who loves to watch, because there are a lot who don't comment but watch.
right,
So,
exactly. Yep.
um,
And that's the thing too, is like I feel like, like people been saying they look forward to it because it is their, weekly
mm,
check-in, and they
yeah,
get to come in and see people that they genuinely care about. um it's a safe space, people know, I don't let shit pop off in here. I don't care how close we
hmm,
are. I'm not gonna let it pop off in here. You will get banned,
yeah,
um
yeah,
and I don't care how, the next person feels about the next person in chat or up here. You want to come here and vent about shit that's gone on in your life, or a recovery situation, or someone in your life is going through it, like, please, by all means, like, um, that was solely what this platform was built on, is
yeah,
being a safe space for survivors and people in recovery, you know.
hmm,
Even being a family member of someone who was in those positions. The link at Smashly is for if anybody wants to come up and chat, join me in Variety up here and chat about your week or whatever. I post it periodically sometimes, just so if anybody wants to pop up and say hey to chat, or get something off your chest, anybody's always more than welcome.
I don't know if she ever used a StreamYard, right? Smashly, you go straight to YouTube. I don't think she's had people on her panel before. At least I haven't seen, but she could have. But I've been taking a big step back from a lot of catches, decoy calls. Well, the decoy calls I can't watch. I
Right.
can't stomach that stuff. But they
Yep.
don't get enough credit for what they do.
Oh
That's for
God, yeah,
sure.
they definitely don't.
Um,
Like
I
I
just
said, they
just
are the
drop links.
backbone of this
Yeah,
community.
absolutely.
You
Yeah,
know, they
absolutely.
really are.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I catch heat from people for saying that. They're like, "Well, the catchers are out there, the ones putting themselves in danger. Like,
Hmm.
your own cousin is a catcher. You should know." I get it. I'm not saying I'm not by any means devaluing what they do by any means. But let's face it. If it was not for these decoys, would there be, you know, would there even be catches? I
Yeah,
mean, they put up
yeah,
with an awful lot of shit,
yeah.
so
Hmm. Hmm.
fucking for the decoys, because I've decoyed
Absolutely.
and I tell you,
Oh
some of
yeah.
it is nauseating.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
Yeah.
I would have continued to stay on it repeatedly, but like my kids get loud. So, and I am a single mom. So it is me 24/7. So it's hard to do the phone calls. So it's like, if I could
Yeah.
do just straight texting and they wouldn't ask for phone calls, cool, whatever. But
Yeah.
nine times out of 10, they want to ask for a phone call. And it's like, I have to get a sitter to come sit with the kids so I can step
Hmm.
outside, and make a call
Absolutely.
so they're not
Yeah.
listening. So,
I haven't seen Locke on in a minute. Locke, you haven't been on in a while, have you? I haven't seen you
yeah,
live.
not really.
No,
Not
right?
really. I can completely understand, Smashly. It is. I mean, it's, you need the breather. You know what I mean? Like I told Jay, because next week his niece and his nephew will be going back to Florida. So he's been trying to focus on spending time with them. So he hasn't been doing catches recently. But when they go back, he's going to go back to catching again. So I told him I'll turn on the decoy apps, and you know help him get someone so we can, kind of come back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets super hard, you know,
Mm-hmm.
to discuss some stuff I want to discuss, huh, Locksmith? Just jewels and variety exposed. I'm busting on you, locksmith. I'll probably be there. Let's not even lie. But yeah, Jay's been missing catching. He's like texts me every day and says it. He's like, I need to get a
yeah,
catch. I need to get a catch. But he don't want to miss spending time with the
yeah.
kids, which I understand.
The catches is the pretty part, the stuff that goes into making it all happen is the not so pretty part and the time consuming part and the nasty
Exactly.
part and um so
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. See, exactly, Rockstar. I mean, I'm like, nah, I can't afford to be breaking my phone, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
unfortunately. But there's so many times decoying. I wish I could. Sorry, y'all.
Where are you, Jules? Are you out? Are you at your house or somewhere else? You look
Yeah,
like you're in a
yeah.
gazebo.
I'm at my house out back. It's a picnic table.
Okay. So what is Noah have a doctor's appointment today, you said?
Yep. He's got his little checkup, his 6-year checkup.
Now, how old are your boys?
So they will be 7 and 8 in November and December.
Okay. Very
Yeah.
close to, we got an echo going on. Did you change something around on your end?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I scrolled down to look at Jay's text and that was it. But
All right. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Kyle
yeah,
is
I
love,
don't.
guys. Stop by and show him some love on his couch if you can. Yeah, I've been dropping Kyle and PNN's Gilded. Trying to get him
Oh, I
some
know.
supporters over there.
Somebody comment in
If he
his live chat for me and say just
is he
Jules
live
loves
now?
you. Yeah.
If he's live, okay, let me go to his channel and because I don't see a Gilded notification, let me drop him in PNN. When did he go
Uh,
live?
yeah, Jenny T. It said 103. Yeah, Jenny T. Send it through text. I can scroll down while my stream is
Kyle.
live and see. Um.
Okay, he's got 56 watching. Okay, let
Oh,
me
good.
copy and paste his link and put it in PNN.
Thank you, Bryden. I appreciate you so much. I'm
The
sure
last
it'll be
drop
probably in the next
was
stream or two.
at everyone. Kyle R calls. Everybody who's in the guild that obviously will get this ping.
Yeah. Thank you for posting it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kyle's so good. He's doing so good. I'm so proud of him.
I was watching a bit of his last night. Yeah, he's definitely got
He
that
could totally
yeah.
decoy as a boy or a girl, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was
Absolutely.
like, I mean, listening to him the other day, his first live, I was like, oh my God. I was like, get it, Kyle. Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
drop bars even though I haven't in a while. Uh,
Right.
you know,
Let's
let's
see.
see.
Oh, damn. Oh, okay. So was that just posted, Jenny T? Oh, damn. Oh, okay. So was that just posted, Jenny? Hello, Miss Smashley.
Hello, dear.
How are you?
I'm great. Sorry, I haven't really done one of these before. Like I did the one in New York, but you know,
Yeah, right.
that was
I was gonna say, and sometimes too, like some people go live off like was that Prism or something? And I don't know how that works. I had literally had to give Edward all my passwords to get on here to
oh
like
dear.
get me on the first time. I had no idea what I was doing.
Right? Yeah, I mean like I'm not great at stuff. It takes me a minute, but I get there
Yeah.
eventually.
Yeah, I know. He's like, well, this is probably the most simplest way to sign on and do a live is StreamYard because you literally click in your link and you're in there. And I was like, yeah, I said I
Yeah.
want something easy for people to get on because, I mean, once I do it the first time, I don't care. I'll fucking figure it out, you know. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but I just wanted to make sure it was something like, I'm not sending somebody a link and then they got to click it and log on to this and, put in a password or whatever.
Right?
I'm like, I don't know how any of that works. But I ain't trying to do that to someone and they trying to get in here quick and get out quick. you know,
That and the other.
so, yep. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
How
good.
has your week been?
It's been crazy actually. Like I was supposed to go to the CPP barbecue,
Yep.
and like I had my friend Marion had worked everything out. Like we had tickets and stuff, but they were buddy passes. I don't
Yep.
know if you know anything about that, but like
I've heard about it. I don't know like the details of what a buddy pass is, but it's
so what it is it's like pretty much a free ticket type deal,
yep.
but if like somebody else has paid for their seat,
Yep.
they go on first. So you're not guaranteed a seat, right? And
Right. Okay.
yeah, so it got a little crazy, and like this whole 4th of July weekend is like the most people travel for their summer vacations and all that stuff. So we ended up
Yep.
not or there was one that we could jump onto, but there was a layover
Yeah.
in like Vegas or Phoenix or whatever, and it was like a 4 hour layover, and I have a 4-year-old. I'm like, I ain't doing it. So
Right.
plus you're not
Yep.
guaranteed a seat on the next flight for the layover. So yeah, I didn't want to get stuck, but it
Yes,
turned out to be
Donnie.
a bit of
She
a shit show.
right. Yeah, Donnie, great grandma did pass away last night, but she was in her favorite place and on her porch. So she luckily was with her family and was able to, you know, go happy and in peace. So it's sad. I mean, I cried about it this morning when I heard about it because it's like, I mean, I just can't. I mean, God, great grandma's just so amazing to this community. Um, the support she has, like, I mean, and even sitting on the phone and talking to her, man, like that lady is a freaking trip. She's hilarious and um she and I, one of the last times we had talked, because she'd always bust jokes, about she'd say things like, "Oh, when I pass away, like I'm gonna, like whatever about her passing away." So she catches herself cussing a lot, "Oh my God, oh shit, I'm sorry," and it's like, it's fine, great grandma. I'm like, I swear like a sailor too. So if there's anybody you should be comfortable swearing around, it's me. Trust me. So she
Right.
said to me, she goes, okay, well, when I pass away, then you make sure you drop a lot of cuss words for me. I said, oh, you fucking got it. I will fucking swear. I'll fucking. Oh, she was dying. She's so funny. But yeah, I mean, so sad. It's insane. I mean, I didn't even know how to take it this morning. I'm like, are you kidding? Like,
Oh my gosh, I had no idea. That is so horrible.
sad.
Wow. Oh, I'm shaking right now. Like that is so sad. I had no idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely sad. Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
she was,
Sorry, guys. I'm in my own little world over here. I'm just
yeah,
dropping stuff.
nobody will forget her. She will be very missed in this community. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman.
Y'all, y'all gonna kill me.
Excuse my ignorance because
What
I
did I
wasn't paying
do?
attention. Who
Jesus.
are we talking about?
I'm like over here messing up my live like 4 times because my daughter decided to call me on her Facebook Messenger. Oh yeah.
Who passed away, Jules?
Great grandma.
Oh, great grandma. Oh, Lord.
Okay.
God
Hopefully
bless
y'all
her.
can hear me now.
How old was great grandma?
I don't,
No,
I'm,
I guess you can't hear us. Smashy, did you get it? How old she was? Or no?
I'm not sure how old she is. I know that
Okay.
obviously she was a great grandma, so she had to be, you know, up in her 60s,
Right.
70s. Um,
Probably more than that. Yeah, my grandma Kirby lived to 106. You
wow,
know,
that's
yeah.
amazing.
At 90, she was still cutting her own grass in Florida. You know, in that heat. So she was a tough cookie. Let me tell you. Yeah, absolutely.
It's
So,
crazy.
yep.
Somebody 83. Oh, gee.
Oh
Well,
wow. What
she's
happened,
Um,
Jules? You messed up your stuff? Can you hear us, Jules?
yeah, my audio when my daughter
Okay.
called me on Facebook Messenger, it was like just super quiet. So I thought it was trying to connect to my earbud, but it wasn't. It was in my phone, just not on speakerphone, I guess. So I just set it to default. Now I can hear y'all.
no, it works.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like, I told y'all, I don't
that's
know
why I
what I'm
used the
doing.
spare phone. Yep. I just used the spare phone for that stuff, and then I got my main device here. I can do whatever I gotta do, and ain't gotta
Yeah,
worry about those. Because I was using this my good phone, and I'm like, all the notifications. I'm just like, I can't deal with this. So
Right.
I got this
Yep.
LG Stylo 5 that I had laying around. I said, let me just use this thing. So,
that's so funny.
Yep.
um,
That's the one I'm using for my extra phone. That's so funny.
Right.
hmm
It's like I need my backup. I left it inside for the kids to keep them occupied
yeah.
while I was going to y'all.
Hey, what's up, Joan? How are you, Joan? Haven't seen you in a bit. Hope you're
Hey,
well.
Joan. Hey, Jane.
Jane, also. Yep. Hope you're well, also, Jane. Absolutely.
Yeah, I was like so God shocked. She's gonna be missed tremendously. That's for sure.
Mm,
You
yeah.
know, I don't think there will be another soul that could top her. I mean, she
Yeah.
was just a straight up badass, like in
Yeah.
every aspect. I mean, man,
I
she
barely get
was,
to know her. That's what kind of sucks is that I didn't
yeah,
really get to really, know her. But goodness,
yeah,
oh gosh, that's
yeah,
just. Um,
yeah. It's tough. Um, it sucks because
Safe,
you
Jane.
know, I mean, she and I were getting closer, talking more. So, it sucks, but I'm so glad she was with her family and in, her favorite place. Like, I mean, that
The
makes
best.
it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because she loved her family,
Mm,
so much, and like
yeah.
all the time. So like she would say, like I would see people in comments being like, oh, what is, people like adopting great grandma as their grandma because she don't have like, no, for clarification, she had an amazing family, a really amazing family who was very much by her side and loved her. Um, you know, so I mean, I think ultimately, like, everybody should leave it as like we know she was an amazing support and loved this community
Mm,
so much.
Right. Oh, goodness
yeah.
gracious.
So yeah, it's so sad. Love you too, Joan. Love you too.
Hey, Penny, what's going on? Hope you're well. Let me scroll up a little bit.
Leave it to
Yep,
my daughter.
Jenny.
I tell her I'm live and she's like messaging me like every 5 seconds on here. Mm.
That'll happen. You know, absolutely.
Yep. It's like 4 kids later, I still can't catch a break.
Mm, yeah.
Oh
Now,
my
you
God.
have 4 kids, or
Yeah, no, I only have, so my two daughters are adults. They're 22 and 23, and then the boys are gonna be 7 and 8 in November and December.
oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Heck yeah. That's a big gap, right? Like I have the same thing because
Yeah,
my son is 17, and then I have a 12-year-old and a 4-year-old.
right.
There's a little bit of
It's
a gap.
crazy. Yeah, it's
13 years.
crazy.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah, not too bad though. Yeah,
Yeah,
Curiosis.
that's
absolutely.
what I did. I'm like, that's what I did. I literally waited 15 years later and restarted. People are
Yeah.
like, "Are
Mm,
you dumb? Like, why would you do that?" I was like, "I don't even know." I'm like, because my body's falling apart. Probably wasn't a good idea, but they keep me young and on my toes.
Things happen. Yep.
You know?
Absolutely. Yep. Yep. God has a plan for everybody. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah. Yep.
Whether it's good or
Yep.
bad, we get a little bit of everything. So, that's life. Life is life.
Yeah. Yep.
hmm
That's with my daughter, my older one. I was on like IVs every day for 7 months. They would bring me like banana bags with different vitamins and stuff in it because I wasn't eating. When
Right.
I actually gave birth to her, I was 50 pounds lighter than I was before I got pregnant. I was very sick. They wanted to put a feeding tube in me, and I'm like, I'm gone. Like,
Yeah.
Mm,
Right. Like, nah,
exactly.
not gonna
Yep.
happen.
yeah, the only thing
Yep.
I could eat was those nachos from the gas station with jalapenos on them. It was so
Oh,
weird.
really? That is
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, it was.
Yeah. The 7-Eleven ones are good too. I used to eat those like crazy back in the day. The 7-Eleven nachos and cheese and the big bites and all that crap.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right.
the way to go.
hmm
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When I was pregnant with my first daughter, I mean, I was 16 and I was already really small, but I only gained probably like 20 pounds with my
Wow.
pregnancy with her. I was so small, but I was smaller with Noah, my last one. I mean, obviously, we didn't even know I was pregnant until my water broke. I had no belly. I was breastfeeding Chase, so like it wasn't like, oh, I'm lactating, I would know, like nothing, no
hmm
movement, nothing. The doctor said when they did the emergency C-section, he was literally laying up and down, and he had his little feet crossed up by his chest or whatever. But he's like, that's probably exactly why he wasn't moving, but he was perfectly healthy. He was 3 pounds 5 ounces when he was born. He was born 2.5 months early. And then when I got to leave the hospital, he was 4 pounds, 4 pounds 5 ounces or 3 ounces. But they had to like keep him there for a little while in the NICU and then do like that, like a car seat test. They never did that with any of my other kids, so I
Yeah,
assume it's because he was so small and born early. But
it's the
hmm
NICU. If they go in the NICU, they do the car seat test. They did it with my
oh,
daughter too. Yeah,
yeah,
I didn't
okay.
know
Yeah, I
pregnant
didn't
was.
know. I'm like, I never
Yeah,
told that
yeah, it's
before.
odd.
Like y'all literally got me in here. I mean, when I went into the ER and I was like crying, so I was in so much pain. And my aunt's yelling at the lady, and she's like, "My niece's water broke," and she's like, "We think she's pregnant." And she goes, "You think she's pregnant, or she is pregnant?" She's like, "Is the maternity floor expecting her?" And she goes, No." She's like, "We didn't know she was pregnant." And she's like, "So do you know she is?" I'm like, "My fucking water broke. Does your water break otherwise?" I mean, I'm just gonna guess and say, yeah, I had to be. So finally, they they had a lady come down and get me, and she's like, "All right, we're gonna get her upstairs, whatever." And they started like measuring my stomach and stuff, and she's like, "Oh, she's measuring at 26 weeks, blah blah blah." And they're like, "We gotta call doctor whatever to get in here and do an emergency C-section right now." And I'm like, "A doctor who and doing a what now? Like, what is even going on in here?" I'm like,
Mhm.
all my other babies were vaginal births. Like, y'all
Right.
broke the water. I just had to push. This is like new to me, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I was so
I,
scared. I couldn't even see him until like 11:30 that night. Like when they took him out, they wouldn't even put him by my face and let me see him. Like they had, they put the cloth up or whatever when they
right.
do the surgery. I thought they were going to show him to me, but they were like, "No, he's healthy. Like, we got to get him in um, the incubator thing or whatever." And I was like, it was making me nervous. I was
Oh heck
like, "Y'all
yeah.
didn't show him to me." So now I want to know if my fucking kid's alive. Like, let me
Right.
see his face. Like, what do you mean? you know?
hmm
Oh,
But they wouldn't let me see him until like 11:30 that night, and I saw him through pictures. I had his dad go up and take pictures and bring them down to me, so I could at least see him. You know. But I was like,
right.
pictures ain't good enough. Take a video. I want to go up there. you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. They did the
Yeah.
same thing with my daughter. I didn't know I was pregnant until I was 7 months along. And
Mm.
and by that time, because I'm a chronic pain patient, and
Yeah.
so I'm on some pretty hefty medicine, and by that
Right.
time it would be super super dangerous to take you off of these, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Gotta
like
keep
we know everybody
baby.
knows everything, but she had to go to the NICU because of that,
Yeah.
just to make sure she was okay, you know. But they
Yep.
did the car test and everything else, and you know, it was being a brand new mom to a brand new baby. You want to see that baby, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely. Seeing their face is almost like reassurance. You know what I mean?
Right, right. And back then, like I was into DIY stuff, and so
Yep.
I took some glue, like some Elmer's glue, and I put food coloring in it, and I painted her nails,
Yep.
and I'm like, "You painted her, dude? It's glue. Like you think that it's glue?"
Right. Like,
Barely. I'm like, you know, like I don't know. I was just there with my baby, like I wanted to hang out. Yeah, I don't know. It was whatever, but I thought it was
that
kind of funny.
it
But
is
yeah,
funny. I feel like they get so like, oh my God, what are you doing? You know, because they're like, it's a brand new baby. Like they ain't gonna eat their fingers right now, so I'm sure
right,
it's fine. You know,
exactly. And it
but
wasn't on our fingers, it was on her toes.
right.
Not
So
like
I
I
mean,
her, but it was on her little toes, and I'm just like, dude, like she's not
right?
eating toes.
No, that's so cute. That is
But
It's
like,
good memories. Very good
yeah,
memories. Absolutely. You gotta cherish every bit of it. From the day
yeah.
absolutely.
they're, born. Yep.
I
That's what
mean,
I
and
said.
since
Like,
forever, you know, like because I didn't want to leave
Hmm.
the hospital. I had him so small, and
mm-hmm.
I was going nowhere. So I was bored, and I would fall
Yeah,
asleep with her on the chest, and they would take her from me. I'm like, what are you doing?
yeah.
Hmm.
It's like you instantly wake up and you're like, no, 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 I'm awake. I'm awake. Bring her
Yeah,
back. You know.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
cool.
I was I was actually surprised they did mother's quarters there. So like mothers of babies in the NICU, you can stay for up to 2 weeks with the baby. And he was born December 20th. So I had to literally leave Christmas Eve because I had to go be with Ashley, Haley, Chase, and I couldn't, I didn't want to miss out on it to be sitting at the hospital doing nothing. So I went home and I did Christmas Eve and Christmas morning with the kids. And then I ended up going right back to the hospital. Like, I think it was probably like 10 a.m. Like, stockings and gifts were opened, and, everybody was just making a mess at that point. So I'm like, okay, like, I need a ride. I'm going back to the hospital to be with Lou. You know? I was so afraid something was going to happen. He was so small. I swore to God he was going to break. Like, I was afraid to get in the bath. I mean, it was nuts.
What was
Yeah,
the weight at birth?
yeah, same
When
with
he was
me.
born,
Like
he was
I was
3.5.
4 pounds.
Oh wow, that's small. Yeah. Hmm.
Holy
Yeah.
cow!
Yeah, that's very small.
Yeah.
I
Like,
was like six,
and
six
I
pounds,
mean,
8 ounces. Yep.
right.
Yeah,
See,
I was
that's what the other kids were like 5'3". Chase was 5 pounds 3 ounces. Haley was
Yeah.
6 pounds 8 ounces, and Ashley was 6 pounds 3 ounces. So he was really small to me. You think there's not much of a difference in weight between 3 and 5 pounds, but it really, like, looking at babies, you're like, oh hell yeah, that's a huge difference.
oh heck,
I'll have to I'll have to
watermelon.
Yeah, exactly. I'll have to post a picture of Noah in the stocking on the nurses put him in a Christmas stocking on Christmas morning because
Oh
he
my
was so small. And
oh
he looks
shoot.
like a freaking doll. Like, like a baby doll you buy for your daughters or whatever at the store. Um his eyes were like black because he was, so small. He literally looked like a freaking baby, bro. I was like a baby
Hmm.
doll, and I was like, what the crap? I love that picture. I'm like, yeah, my baby
Hmm.
look like a doll. Me,
Catalog.
I'm like, it's so funny because it's like, my niece, she's always, every time I show her, she's like, is that the baby doll you're getting me? I'm like, no, that's Noah. And she's
Yeah.
like, it is? I'm
Right.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's not an actual baby doll. It looked like it, but it ain't.
You
Don't
put
play with nothing.
you tie a balloon to the hand, the baby will go flying away. That's how
Exactly.
tiny the baby was.
No
Yep.
kidding.
Unbelievable.
Facts.
Wow. That's crazy.
It is.
Yep.
It
But
is
you
so
gotta
much.
enjoy it. You gotta enjoy it. No matter how they come into the world, whether they're planned, not planned, like my daughter wasn't planned. She just graduated high school a couple weeks ago. I mean, it seems like yesterday she was born,
Yeah.
Right.
so it's crazy,
Yep.
I
you
mean, none
never
of my
know where it's gonna take you.
they're the biggest they're the best thing I've ever done in my life, like so
Right.
proud of my kids. They're
You
just
always
amazing.
have them. Yeah, yeah, they're always there, like men, women, they could leave, I mean, and go different places, but your kids are always there, you know.
Yep.
At
Yeah.
least for me,
Absolutely.
they are, I can't speak for all fathers because there's a lot of deadbeat fathers out there.
Yeah. They
So,
really are.
which is
Yep.
horrible, but it is what it is. But
Yep. It's unfortunate, and it's like, especially when they, come back to it and they're trying to play like, let me get some pictures, play Father of the Year for freaking 5 minutes on
yeah, now
Facebook.
that they're
Like,
growing up, yeah, but you didn't want to deal with
yeah,
the shit when they were one, two, three, four, five, six,
right.
seven, eight, nine, 10.
I'm like, yo,
Crazy.
if you can't handle this shit with my help in the house, yo, we got a problem. You ain't playing no Father
Yeah,
of the Year,
yeah,
with my. At the end of the day, they're my motherfucking kids. They ain't your kids. You the sperm donor. I'm the baby daddy.
right.
So
Yeah.
Like,
A lot of
mm-mm.
mothers are the mother and the father. That's very
Yeah.
true. That's you know,
Yep.
it's crazy.
I don't be letting, like, I got to the point where, like, I've been through so much shit in my life. I don't be letting people play me out. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, I'm like, sorry. As much as, like, they'll try and be, oh, I miss you guys, like, family,
Hmm.
you miss the idea. Okay. That's what it is. You miss the idea of family. You don't miss your family. There's a difference,
Very
like,
true. Yep. Very true.
like, you ain't playing nobody. I ain't stupid. I fell for that shit for 9 long years, motherfucker. I'm not doing it again. You know, like, I'm good. I'm
yeah,
good.
absolutely.
Really spend lots of time getting over your ass and getting smart. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Got
I've
smacked
been
with a
very
dozen
blessed
young.
for 18 years, going on 19 years now. So we've
Right.
been together a really long time, and I'm very blessed. My family is amazing. Not so much
Oh
like my outside family. My parents suck, but
yeah.
my family is great.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
mean, and that's the thing. It's like, as long as you have that, like, I always tell people, like, it don't really matter if they're blood or not. You know what I'm saying? If
Hmm.
they're not if they're not there for you, then they could give two shits. And it's not like, oh, I need you here because I need a sitter, or oh, I need you here because of something I need. I just need an ear, you
Yeah.
know. I
Yep.
need to know that you're supporting, you're backing what I'm doing. Like, if I'm making moves, like, just back me on it. That's it. You know, don't be coming at me sideways. Like, it's so aggravating. Like, I talk to so many people that are like, say that their immediate family is trash, that they have friends that are so much closer to them than their
Yeah.
own family, you know?
Hmm.
Absolutely. My chosen family is amazing. I couldn't,
Yeah.
I couldn't be more happy with how many amazing people I have in my life. I'm very, very blessed and honored to have
Right.
those people.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Tina. She said, my son will tell you I'm his mother and his father, and he's proud for it. I
Yeah.
feel like, too, like, you know, us raising boys, like, people are like, oh, you can't teach boys this and da da da. I mean, technically, no. But I taught my boys how to pee standing up, like boys. I play sports with them. Like, I grew up with 5 brothers. I grew up around all guys. All my friends, my real friends, have always been guys. So I got no problems with, getting out there and getting dirty. Like, we get in muddy puddles. I could give two shits. It's more of like being able to get on their level and play with them what they want to. You know what I mean? And teaching them certain shit, but they also know how to do laundry. They can do dishes. They're, so I feel like because they have me, they have my brothers, their uncles and stuff. Like, I feel like, ultimately my being able to airplane.
Yeah.
My being able to like show them it's okay to have a sensitive side, but also, to be a man, you don't need to be tough all the time,
Right.
But exactly, Tina. What did you say, Karsika? Let's see.
Yeah, my son is my best friend. I'm so very proud of him. He does competitive gaming, and he
Yeah.
was signed to the pro team about a month ago, and he just did a tournament, and they signed him to the main roster. So,
Oh
uh,
shit.
yeah,
Nice.
now he's going to be traveling to Toronto and Tokyo and LA for all those land tournaments and stuff. I'm very proud of him. He's doing
That's
amazing.
so dope.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good for him.
Yep.
Yeah, really good. And like our internet sucks because we're in like a brand new subdivision that's out of
Yep.
ways. And so like I don't even have I don't even have what are those called? For the I can't even think.
Go louder.
For the for your phone. I can't not oh no, my brain's not working today.
Like the
No.
Wi-Fi, you mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
like I have
Like a
to be on
router.
Wi-Fi because there's no towers out here for
Oh, okay. Got you. Okay.
mobile phone, and yeah, so
Yep.
our internet really sucks. Even though it's should be good. It's like it
Yep.
costs $140 a month. It should be amazing, but he's still
Right.
butt off, and he is amazing, amazing.
That's
Really,
so freaking cool. Good for him.
yeah.
Good for him. Tell him PP Mass Extra says congratulations.
Oh, I will. Yeah.
That's huge.
I told him
Go
that
on
if
to
he
let him
didn't
know.
make it onto a pro team by the time he was 18, he had to go to college, but boy,
Right.
proved me wrong. He proved me
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah. You're like, well,
I gave him options.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's what you got to do, If we don't put our foot in their ass and let them know, like, this is crunch time. You can either do this or this, you know? It's
Yeah.
like they feel like it's a free for all, They need to have that stability and know, like, this is what this is. Like, this is,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
option.
Put down very, very broad,
Hmm.
boundary lines for your kids, and they
Yeah.
just run over you. And so, I
Right.
mean, they get more out of control than they want to have boundaries. They want to know
Yeah.
what they can and can't do because that's the way that you show love as a parent is letting
Yep.
them know, look, I care about you so much. I don't want you doing this. I don't want
Right.
you
Exactly.
going out and getting into trouble and trying drugs and getting in a position that you can't get out of. I mean,
Right.
that's the thing to me. Like, God, it's just a lot. My kids
Yeah.
are, I mean, but
Yeah.
some kids have that, and it's very heartbreaking to see it. It
I
really is.
know. I know, because I got friends that their kids are like that, and it's sad, because it's like, their kids are in their 20s and they're now fighting with their kids to, live that life, that they should have lived, like doing
Absolutely,
stuff with them, you know.
absolutely. It's
But it's like, I mean, I was so grateful that my girls like didn't really go through that like that. My younger daughter kind of did after so she went through a situation where she went to a friend's party and well, she went to a party. I don't know if it was a friend's party, but she went to a party with her friends. And I guess the kid whose parents' house it was, he had let like this couple use their room, and it was a couple and another guy, but when she went to the bathroom, they put something in her drink, and so she had like passed out, but they all three of them raped her and put it on Snapchat.
on.
um
Oh my God.
yeah, and unfortunately my oldest daughter saw it in somebody's story the next morning, and she's like, oh my fucking god, mom. And I was like, what? And she's like, you don't want to see this. And I was like, what is it? And she's like, where is Hales? And I was like, I she was at home at Jody's, at her dad's at the time, because she was staying with him. He had just moved into a house, so she was helping him painting and whatever. But she didn't mention anything to her father, so I think she didn't know immediately what happened. It took her a little while to recall what happened, but my oldest daughter was like, it was the hardest thing to watch my sister being flopped around on different parts of a fucking room like a rag doll, and you could tell she was completely out of it. Like she's like, I was so pissed. So I mean, we went to the police station and stuff, and because they couldn't figure out where the snap originally came from. It was bounced around so much. They couldn't figure out where it came from or whatever. So the couple and that dude literally never got charged. Almost everybody at the party would not talk about who was even at the party.
Oh,
so,
that's
yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, her father and I were on a fucking rampage. Like, he's like, I will tell you right now, if they don't take care of it, Jules, I'm doing it. They messed with my baby, period. But my daughter. So I mean, he went literally like hunting for like 3 days. This man's literally slept in his car outside watching this dude's house. I mean, I had to literally like beg him to just go home. I'm like, just give the cops a chance. But they didn't do shit. Anyways, after all that went down and she started recalling shit, she went through a phase where she would, she was getting high, like, just pills and stuff and drinking a lot.
Same thing. Everything go through a numbing.
Yeah. I mean, it took a while getting her into treatment and stuff. Like, we went through a lot of shit trying to get her back to being her, and she has lupus, so she gets like flare-ups and stuff. So I lucked out because it was like a week straight she was just hurt, and like, I mean, her flare-ups are usually more internal. So she had to stay on the couch. She could not really do much, and it was kind of like chances for us to sit down and be stupid, watch movies together, just kind of like remind her, like, you're good and I got you, like, I'm not, and I'm like, you step out to another fucking party, I'm gonna tell you right now, someone messes with my baby and somebody is gonna need fucking bail money like fast because I'm not. Like, that was such torment watching my kid go through that. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, horrible.
I'm so protective over my daughters. It's unreal. They're small, they're petite with, they have my body. They are developed and beautiful. There's no way. No. My daughter's so mad because I won't let her go do stuff. I'm like, dude, you have to see it from my point of view. You don't understand.
Right. Yeah. And it's so bad. It's like, I mean, to think like, these people are just so outright disgusting. My daughter, she looks like a 13-year-old child. Like, she decoyed for FM and for Jay for a while. And she actually helped FM got his first conviction with her picture and stuff. I mean, he's like, he'll tell you, baby Sav, like, got lots of bodies under her belt is what he always would say. But because she looks so young, I think it grosses me out even more because I'm like, what I mean? I'm like, in my head, when she did the live decoying, when Jay, FM, and Rami did the collab in Boston, she was a live decoy, and just watching her bring this guy in the house, I'm telling you guys, like, so much shit went through my head because I was like, I knew she was with Jay and FM, right? So ultimately, I know my kid is safe. FM would never, Jay would never, like, they would fucking tear someone down, if they messed with her. But, I had a million thoughts going through I'm like, this guy thinks my fucking kid is a goddamn 12-year-old. Like, you are grimy, bro. Like, I was like hoping the cameras would get shut off and he would get beat up just because, how we like looked at her when she was walking out of the room and stuff. And I'm like, y'all lucky I didn't go. I done messed this shit up. It's like, it's one thing if it's me, like, but, because I know I can handle myself, like, but, it's your baby. You're going to be protective,
That thought never goes out of your mind once it's there, like. I
Yeah.
can't walk through Walmart without looking at somebody like, "Why the hell are you looking at my kid?" You know, like
Oh, yeah.
I just can't.
Yeah.
There's curves everywhere, and most
Mhm.
of them they're opportunists. You know, like
Mhm.
but then there's those ones that prey on kids, and I mean, chemical castration, whatever. It's not enough. That's not enough.
Right.
Not
Exactly.
so.
It's not at all.
Yeah, they
You
still
know?
have their mouth, they still have their hands, and they still have their words, and that's too much. You know?
Yeah. Yep. And it's hard because it's like, I mean, especially when your kid looks that young, and she's tiny. I mean, her whole entire, like, her face, everything about her screams like minor. So it's like, I mean,
Ooh,
that shit eats at me sometimes. And I'm like, yo, I can't. I will, you know what, a motherfucker. Like, I wish someone would try, you
yeah,
know, with Mama Bear around, because then we really got a problem. I'm gonna
yeah,
have to make you cut the camera.
exactly,
you know,
exactly.
it is about to
Yeah,
fall
my
off. Mama don't go nowhere without a knife, so I'm going to jail, right? You know, like, sorry, knife stays in my purse at all times. I don't play. Sorry, when it comes to my oldest daughter, she got a mouth on her like me.
Mhm.
And she used to take the train to work. And when she would take the train, there would be like these, some homeless dudes or just some old grimy dudes getting off construction work, whatever, like trying to talk to her. And she's like, nigga, you look at me one more time and I'm gonna bust your fucking lip. I'm like, you don't even. So she's like on the phone with me and she's like, I'm just letting you know, like, if this motherfucker stays with me one more time, mom, I'm going to jail. And I'm like, you ain't even never fought nobody in your life. She's like, I don't give a fuck. I was like, yep, you my kid.
Ugh.
Yeah. It's like she don't let nobody even look at her in the store. She'll pop off. But my youngest daughter, she's like, she stays quiet. She's just like, I think because, oh, hey, Christine, thank you so much, honey.
Hey,
Um,
Christine.
I think because of what happened to her, she internalizes a lot. So you know what I mean? I think she's more timid on speaking up. But, I try to get her, like, I try to tell her most of the time, especially around here, a lot of people are nothing but talk. So if you run your mouth, you know, granted, 9 times out of 10, they can't fight. They ain't gonna do nothing. They're gonna back down regardless. You know what I mean? Um, and I'm like, and if they can fight, if you close to me, come get me.
Eh,
I will pick someone up in 2 seconds.
number.
Like, exactly. We were just talking about how she decoyed for you guys, and how you used to say all the time, like, baby Sav has a lot of bodies under her belt and stuff, but it's that thought in your head of how young she literally looks in person. It's like, just grosses you out. Cause then it's like, even though she's an adult, right? This is the way I see it. She's an adult. You're hitting on her because she's, 22, right? But
Yeah,
she looks like a fucking child. Like,
yeah,
I would feel fucking disgusting. Sorry, but I would.
yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
what the hell? So yeah, I think, because of what she's been through with the, being raped on Snapchat and the issues with the drinking and stuff, it's like I'm super extra overprotective about her,
How in
and
the world could they not arrest somebody if it was on Snapchat? Could they not see their faces or
nope. They literally only filmed her the entire time.
that is absolutely insane to me.
Yeah, they said you could hear the voices. I didn't get to see it. I'm kind of glad I did not.
Oh hell no.
Um, So I only heard, what was in it. Her father wanted to see it because he's like, I'm gonna kill somebody. He said he watched 2 seconds of it, and he's like, the second they put her on a dresser, I shut it off. I said, I'm done. I'm not. I can't. He's like, I will kill the first motherfucker that crossed my path right now. I don't care if they did it or not. I'm like, oh my God, Jody. So I was like, yeah, put it down, like, go smoke or something, like, calm yourself. Because I'm like, if you're in jail, like, what's she gonna do?
Yeah, how's that gonna help any? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, like, he committed suicide when she turned 18, and So she, she kind of has it like in her head. She's thinking, this shit built up in his head and he, ate at him. She thinks it's partially why he killed himself, but it's like, no, you know. So she,
Crazy.
her father, Haley's
Oh,
father, yeah, my youngest daughter. So she's like, she's been through a lot. She was a lot of shit, Um,
right. That's hard with
so
my daughter. I lost mine at 10.
yeah.
Sorry for her loss. Mine was murder. So I
Mm.
get it.
Oh boy, prayers, absolutely. That's horrible.
So yeah.
It's
Oh my
funny because
goodness, yeah.
my daughter's a medium, so she sees
Mhm.
him when
Yep.
he's.
Mm.
I'm like,
Right.
stop telling me. It's
Yeah.
weird.
I know she went to her friend's house like 2 weeks ago. This is so weird. She went to her friend's house 2 weeks ago. And one of the girls that was there, her mom is a medium, I guess. So um, she literally was like, she called, texted her daughter, and she was like, "Is there someone there with you that lost a father?" And they looked at Haley, and they're like, "You're the only one,
Yeah.
And so she goes, she's like, "Well, I just wanted to give her a message from her father that he's watching you." And then he said, "Tell your mother to stop worrying so much." And
Oh,
when she texted me that, I broke down because I'm like, Jody knows damn well I'm not gonna. I'm Mama Bear, so I'm gonna tell you right now, that shit ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna stay
Mm.
worrying. I cannot help myself. Um, but it was just so weird, like the things that they were saying. I'm like, if I did not believe before, y'all, nah, I definitely believe because
oh yeah.
there's
It's
no, she don't even know that friend like that. You know what I mean? So there's no way the mother knows her and knows her situation. You know what I mean? So I'm like, where'd it
Mm.
come from?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
You
it's
know?
real.
True.
Completely
Yep.
Yeah.
real. My best friend is new, and she was telling me that my great grandma is here and plays with my daughter, and like at night she'll tell her like different bedtime stories about frogs and stuff, and like that's so
Yeah.
specific, like that's. And I never met her, but it's so specific,
Right.
and that's it's very real. Oh, I know it.
Yeah. It's so nuts. It's just to think about it. It's like crazy. I just typed in chat, you guys. I don't know if it popped up for you guys yet, but we do gotta end because I gotta go take my peanut to his checkup. But
Okay.
Yeah.
I love you guys all so much. I thank you all for coming. Like, you guys rock. I'm super glad. I needed this week to see y'all and check in, and it's been such a insane week. And I didn't even go live last week. I forgot because I was at Lynn's funeral. I am going to still try to get those pictures posted of me, Musa, and Jay put up there. I'm gonna try to blur out the one with FTK's face because he said I could post it, but obviously I gotta blur his face. But I tried posting it like 4 times yesterday on my community post, and for some reason it just wouldn't post. It kept saying error trying to upload. So I'm gonna
Oh,
try to do it one at a time when we get off live, so that it'll be on there.
That would
But
be awesome. Yeah. I can't wait to see that. Yeah.
hell
well,
yeah,
good talking to you, Ken.
yeah.
I really love
Thank,
your streams. It's amazing. It's
thank,
really,
Thank you.
like no drama. So I love it in
yep,
here.
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
absolutely.
We try.
I like to keep it that way, so it's a safe space for everybody. Like I said, it don't matter how one person feels about the next person in chat. In here, everything's put aside. It's about everybody's check in, and
Yep,
if they
absolutely.
don't like it, they just don't gotta watch. You know what I mean? I don't care how close I am with them. Like there needs to be one safe space in this community.
Yeah,
Mm.
So
channel is too, especially for survivors.
yeah,
My girls, my boys, my every survivor is just they mean so much to me. So
Mm-hmm.
right.
Absolutely. Yep.
absolutely. Well, it was
Yep.
nice talking to you guys. I will see
Yeah.
y'all later. Have a
All
wonderful
right.
night.
You
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 too.
too.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming up.
Absolutely. Bye.
Take
Bye.
care. Yeah, I'm gonna drop down myself. Everybody, thank you for coming. It was great to have this live this week.
Yeah.
And we will see you next week. Peace out. Jules, I'll
I'll
talk
text
to you on
you
the
after
flip
live,
side.
Sean.
All right. Be safe.
Oh, thanks. You too. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for coming. And I appreciate you all. Oh God, bugs by the trees. But I appreciate you all, and we will see you guys next week.